The woman whispered something to her husband, and in the next moment, without hesitation, he stepped off the rooftop. By the time the family arrived, it was already too late. The man, once a vibrant, successful billionaire, was gone. No one could understand what had pushed him to take his own life so suddenly. But then, one of the daughter's friends spoke up. The man had jumped right after his wife whispered in his ear. The crowd turned on the woman. People began accusing her of driving her husband to suicide. Even her own daughter couldn't help but ask, "What did you say to him?" The woman remained silent, staring coldly at her husband's lifeless body. She didn't offer a single word, not even when the police arrived and took her away. At the station, her silence continued. The police warned her, if she refused to explain herself, she would be charged with inciting suicide and sentenced to 3 years in prison. Still, she said nothing. As her daughter made arrangements for the funeral, she stumbled across something on the housekeeper's phone, a live stream. Every major platform was broadcasting theories about the billionaire's death. The whole country was asking, what did his wife say that made him jump? The daughter couldn't rest without answers. She went to visit her mother in prison, begging her to tell the truth. But the woman just stared blankly and insisted the death was an accident and had nothing to do with her. The daughter refused to believe it. Her father had always been health conscious, full of life, and deeply in love with both her and her mother. Suicide made no sense. Her mother warned her to stop digging, but the daughter couldn't let it go. In one day, she had lost both parents, her father to death, her mother to prison. Even the guards urged the woman to tell her daughter the truth. But she refused, going as far as telling them she never wanted to see her daughter again. 3 years passed. The daughter was now engaged, finally seeing a glimpse of happiness again. But when her fiancé suggested inviting her mother to the wedding, she refused. In her heart, she still blamed her mother for her father's death. Her fiancé gently reasoned with her. Maybe she had her reasons, he said. Maybe the truth was too painful to share. Moved by his kindness and support, she finally agreed. But on the wedding day, something no one expected happened. Her mother showed up wearing mourning clothes. The guests were stunned. Whispers filled the room. Even the groom was confused. Thinking his future mother-in-law disapproved of him, he quickly promised her he would love and cherish her daughter with all his heart. Still, the woman said nothing. The host tried to lighten the mood, but the woman's next move shocked everyone. She pulled the groom aside and whispered something into his ear. Before the bride could intervene, it was too late. The groom stared at her in horror, and ran. By the time she reached him, he was already standing at the edge of the balcony. Without a word, he jumped. Chaos erupted. As people gathered around his body, his father screamed at the woman, demanding answers. Everyone believed she had done it again. But the woman, calm as ever, replied, he didn't want to live anymore. It had nothing to do with me. Now her daughter's grief turned to rage. Both the men she loved most had died after speaking with her mother, and she still refused to explain. Tears in her eyes, she pleaded one last time, what did you say to them? This time, the woman leaned in and whispered something in her daughter's ear. The color drained from her daughter's face.